Alright, y'all. So next we gonna get into another group dynamics video. Hey, baby. Hey, I ain't gonna even tell y'all what it is. I'm gonna just give y'all a sample all the time. I got so much love to get out of here, but that's no yeah. Give 'em a sample. Baby, it's you. I'm yours. Now, if you don't know by now, I don't know what to tell you. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Hey, if you don't know it off that one, then hey, you just lost. But we finna get into another group dynamics video. The legendary, the iconic TLC. I'm over here still bouncing. Y'all already know what that TLC mixed to, but anyway, y'all know what time it is. Now let's get started. We gonna get into these sun signs. First off top, we got Miss T-Boz. T-Boz was born April 26th, in 1970, and she is a Taurus. And what do we know about Taurus? We know that Taurus is an earth sign. It's all about the matter, these four walls, what you can walk on, you know what I mean? What you can feel in your hand, what is actually there. This ain't about no ideas. This ain't about no feelings. This is about dollars and cents. Earth sign shit. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know how I get in. So, Taurus is also a fixed sign, so this is it. Fixed signs are all about, staying the course, standing their ground, being stubborn, you know what I mean, staying the long haul. They're all about that. That's what a fixed sign is. You know what I mean? It's not the immutable sign. It's going to move and shake and go with the flow. No, it's going to set its mind to it and it's going to get it done. You know what I mean? Regardless of whatever you talking about, whatever goes on around it. I'm focused here. I'm on here, nigga. If you ain't here, then get from around me. You know, you ain't talking my language, you can beat it. I'm focused. I'm here. Fixed sign, and they gonna stay the long haul. They ain't gonna just get it started and leave it to somebody else and nothing like that. I'm here. What's up? I'm in there. Hands on. You know what I mean? And we also know that Taurus is ruled by Venus, so this is going to provide, it's going to soften it up a little bit. That little fix can be a little harsh, a little hard, you know what I mean? That Earth can be a little harsh, you know what I mean? A little matter of fact. But that Venus is going to bring in a little lightheartedness, you know what I mean? That pleasurable feeling, a little love, you know what I mean? A lot of appreciation for things and stuff like that. And, really loving to be appealing and loving beauty and things like that, and an appreciation for beautiful things and talents and things like that. And with her being a Taurus, she's going to possess a lot of talents because remember, Taurus rules the second house, or however you want to say it. And so, that Taurus is always going to be, remember, it's in the first half of the zodiac, so it's going to be about self. You know what I mean? Taurus is all about, self worth, values. You know what I mean? Some people put money in there, but it's all about what you value for the most part. You know what I mean? What you have to offer to the world, the things that you can, with it being an earth sign, the things that you yourself possess that you can put out to the world. You know what I mean? So this could be this isn't necessarily money. It's just things of value. These can be talents that you have and things like that. That's why a lot of Tauruses or people with a lot of second house energy can possess a lot of talent. This doesn't mean that they'll necessarily do anything with it, or you know what I mean, but they'll have them, you know what I mean. They were born with these things, you know what I mean. They learn how to value them, and you know what I mean, work with them and practice them and utilize them throughout their life. But they're, you know what I mean, born with a certain amount of talent, and a lot of these talents have to do with the vocal cords, because Taurus also rules, you know what I mean, the throat. So a lot of them will be like singers. This is why Tian has like a distinct voice, where you know her voice when it comes on. You know what I mean? That's a blessing from you know what I mean? That's that Venus blessing. You know what I mean? Venus blessed them vocal cords. You feel me? So that's how that happened. And she has a unique voice that you can readily identify. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily the strongest voice or the most beautiful, but you see what I'm saying? That may come with other things, but this is just an identifiable, distinctive talent that she already had, and it took for someone else to actually like appreciate it, for her to even appreciate, just the uniqueness and the value in her voice. You know what I mean? So overall, you know what I mean, just through watching videos and things, pretty much how they described Tiana, she was, you know what I mean, you know, even her name, T-Boz, that's her, T is for Tion, her first name, and B is for boss, you know what I mean? So you already know what she on that boss shit. I told y'all in the Dame video, go watch the Dame video if you want to know about Taurus for real, you want to dive deep. But that boss mentality, check out that Dame video. That wolf mentality, yeah, check out that Dame video. I'm just saying, if you want to know, I'm going to tell you about it. But so you already know where she coming from with it. She the boss, you know what I mean. She, as far as her demeanor, you know, she came off, you know, kind of stubborn, kind of set in her ways, kind of hard to approach, and that's just like I said, her being fixed, her being stubborn, her knowing what she want, and not settling for anything less. You know what I mean? Not being willing to, you know what I mean. You might get her, you know what I mean. You might get her in the wash, but she gonna catch you in the ranch. You see what I'm saying? Type shit. So, and then, like, once you get close to her, you see a more sensitive side. That's that Venus, you know what I mean, coming out where she's really, you know, that she really is a sweet person, you know what I mean. She really does, like I said, appreciate beauty and things like that, but she just needs to get what she needs to get. It's the first house. It's about self at the end. First house, sorry. It's in the first half of the zodiac, so it's about self. It's all about, you know, you're taking care of self first, building that foundation for self first, and then worrying about everything else. So she's worried about, you know what I mean, her and what she needs and her talents and what she has to put out into the world, and she's going to do that. She's a fixed sign. She's going to do that. She's going to present her talents, her pleasurable voice, or what have you, and you aren't going to deter her from that. You see what I'm saying? And if you, present her with that type of energy, then you already know what she got for it. It's a bull. It's a bull. You already know what she got for it. It's fixed. It's standing here. Yeah, I ain't gonna start shit, but if you bring it to me, I mean, I ain't moving. You know what I mean? I ain't running from it. I ain't hiding about it. Facts. But really, that's not where she's coming from. She would rather focus on her creativity, focus on her talents. Like I said, focus on what she's good at, you know, perfecting her dancing, you know what I mean, perfecting her singing, things like that, you know what I mean, and that's what she's focused on. I mean, make sure she's getting heard, you feel what I'm saying? Now, on to Miss Chile. So, Chile was born, she's a Pisces. She was born on February 27th, 1971. So, Chile, with her being a Pisces, what do we know about Pisces? You know, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, so we know it's going to be all about, you know, yeah, that Jupiter is going to bring, you know, that optimism, that expansion quality, that higher meaning, higher, you know what I mean, higher understanding, you know, understanding things that aren't necessarily, you know what I mean, it's not about a fact or reading it in a book or something, through experiences, you know what I mean, the things you learn through experiences and just going through things and stuff like that, those things that place higher meaning and value and morality and things like that. That's what Jupiter comes, and you know that's what Jupiter is all about. So with that being a co-ruler of Pisces, and with Neptune is all about the nebulous. Neptune is all about everything is everything. Neptune is all about escapism, dreams, and things like that. You know what I mean? And I mean, you know, escapism can lead to what? Abandonment. But I mean, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. But so we know that right off the bat, we're going to be dealing with a person who is optimistic, who is a dreamer, who does, you know, appreciate and can relate to, you know, a wide variety of things, people, places, you know what I mean? Whether it doesn't necessarily have to be things close to them, or they can, you know what I mean, relate to someone foreign or anything like that. Like I said, everything is everything. There are very few boundaries, you know what I mean? It's in and out. All energy is exchanged, you know what I mean? So this could be a good thing or a bad thing, because you can impact other people's energy, but you're also, you know what I mean, you're affected just as much by their energy as they are by your energy. So sometimes that can lead to, like, you know what I mean, a Pisces taking in too much energy, taking in too much of other people's problems, dealing with too much other people's shit, trying to be too helpful, too healing, too spiritual, too enlightening, too high. You know what I mean? You get it. too dreamy, you know what I mean, to the point where you slipping into a delusion. You know what I mean? It's a lapse in reality for you right now. You lost in the sauce, but come on now, that ain't even your shit. You know what I mean? You done picked up some more other shit like that ain't even for you. But sit that down, that ain't yours. You know what I mean? But overall, they'll be very loving people. This is a water sign, so you know it's going to deal heavily with emotions. They're going to wear their heart on their sleeves. If you've ever dealt with Pisces, you know that about them. They're going to give a lot. You know what I mean? Even how her group members described her, they say she, makes people feel comfortable no matter who it is, whether she knows them or not. That goes in line with her being a Pisces. Like I said, she's exchanging energy constantly. You know what I mean? Everything is everything. Nebulousness relating on all points. You know what I mean? The bigger picture. All of those unseen elements, you know what I mean? Just the energy, the vibe. I like to call it the vibe. You know what I mean? They set the vibes. So they also describe her as being a very affectionate person. Like I said, she's a water sign, so that makes sense. She likes to be, but she also likes to have that love reciprocated to her. So if she's in need, she likes to be babied and taken care of and things like that. And so that goes in line with just her being a water sign, and you know what I mean, needing that emotional support and that emotional stability in order to, proceed on and move forward and, become successful and things like that. So although she's willing to provide those things for other people, she also needs those things for herself. So have to be aware of that. And they say they call her Chili because she got the sauce, so that's her nickname. She got the sauce, she got the juice, you know what I mean? She can move and shake. She's the one that's, you know what I mean, drawing people in, attracting people, you know what I mean, like that. Then that's that water sign femininity that she possesses, where it's like she can draw you in, she's receiving that, she's putting out a vibe. Like I said, she can relate to any and everybody. She's putting that out, she's making you feel comfortable, making you feel good, and able to receive that energy in return. You see what I'm saying? So she got out of sauce. She know how to make everything come together. She know how to bring everything together. You know what I mean? Pinpoint that one point that everybody looking at, and expand it and broaden it, you know what I mean, on a whole new level. She got the juice, you know what I mean, and it's unspoken. That's just what it is. That's that water sign. Now she's also a mutable sign, so with that mutability, she's going to be able to move and shake and, you know what I mean, make it rattle and roll, you know what I mean. So she began her career as a dancer, but when the opportunity presented itself, she knew how to keep it moving, you know what I mean. She knew, I mean, even though this situation wasn't necessarily ideal when they're already successful or a guarantee or something like that, she was able to, move and shake. She saw the opportunity, she took it, you know. You know what I mean. Like, I'm not just gonna stand back here. Nah, she able to go with the flow. You know what I mean? And she's a water sign, so she's really able to go with the flow. So wherever it take you, is whatever it take you. And I'ma ride the wave. You ain't gonna get drowned. I ain't gonna let it take over me. I'ma ride the wave. So you'll see that. That's why you saw, like, even the, like, after Left Eye passed and things like that, they were able, even though they didn't want to perform and do things like that, there was still a part of them where they were able to, kind of move and shake. And she, like, had that Remember Dating Chili show and stuff like that, and kind of not really doing what she initially did, but she was able to find something else within that and move, you know what I mean, go with the flow and find something else, another way to make money. So I'm not out here just assed out, you know what I mean. Whereas we heard T-Boz having a lot of financial issues after the fact, because she wasn't necessarily being a fixed sign able to do the same thing, because she was more dependent on, like I said, her talents and things like that, and when she had to offer the world, versus that mutable sign Chili, who was able to move and shake and make different plays happen and get a little TV show. And then they did that one show together, you remember, and where they auditioned the girl and just let her perform with it and something like that. But stuff like that, like, that's that mutability. And she was dating Usher and all of that, and then it was the rumors with Florida. It was just like, you see what I'm saying? You see the mutability in where she's moving. She always finds a way to keep herself relevant, even if she's not necessarily doing what she initially, was known for. She always kept her name out there. You always would hear Chili pop back up, you know what I mean? Whether they had music out or not, once Left Eye passed and what have you, R.I.P. But yeah, that's that mutability in Miss Chili. Another thing to note about Chili is that She doesn't know her biological father. And like I told you before, Pisces is all about that abandonment, that escapism, that, you know what I mean, everything is everything, no bounds, you know what I mean. And sometimes with no boundaries, then you set no limits, you know what I mean. And then you don't really, you know what I mean, you don't have no limits, you don't have no bounds, you don't have no character, you don't have no morals, you don't have no ego, you don't have no anything. You're not expecting anything of yourself. You're not going, you know what I mean, make sure you're taking care of what you need to be taken care of. And that's when it starts to become an issue, you know what I mean. And that's why you'll see a lot of people dealing with abandonment. If you see a lot of Neptune or Pisces in someone's chart, where they'll be dealing with a lot of abandonment issues and important people in their life not being present and things like that. So it makes sense. And or like they'll be like in the throes of addiction. So it's more than one way to be absent, you know what I mean. But you'll see that where they'll have like parents with addictions and things like that. That's from that Neptune. So with that her being Pisces, that makes sense. But she said like she always wants to find them. She still has that hope, that optimism, you know what I mean. She said that's her biggest dream, you know what I mean, to find her real father. So she still has, you know, it's not really delusional, but she still, you know what I mean, she has that optimism where she still, you know, wants to find him and maybe build a relationship with, you know, her siblings, not necessarily him, but, you know what I mean, try to establish that connection in some form, you know what I mean. So yeah, that makes sense. And then we have Miss Left Eye, R.I.P. Moment of silence. So Miss Left Eye was born on May 27th in 1971. She is was a Gemini. And what do we know about Gemini? Let's get into it. You know what I mean? Gemini is a mutable sign, so we know she's going to move, shake, rattle, and roll. Gemini is an air sign, so we know it's going to be all about communication, logic, thoughts, relating, ideas, things like that. And Gemini is also and we know that Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is all about that quick thinking. And Mercury is quick. It's all about those putting those pieces together, organization. You know what I mean? Figuring out how things work. You know what I mean? Facts and logic, and you know that's all Gemini. The organization, putting the pieces together, figuring out how something works. That's all Mercury. Sorry, I said Gemini. That's all Mercury type of stuff. So we already know off bat that's what Left Eye is going to do. Left Eye is going to be constantly thinking, constantly moving, constantly doing things. And remember, Gemini also rules the hands, so she's going to be very good with her hands. So it makes sense that, you know, when they were describing Left Eye, they said she was like, you know what I mean, a woman of many skills. She can do many things. She could sew. She could, you know what I mean, play multiple instruments and things like that. She was very good with her hands. She was very creative. So that makes sense. Like I said, she has that Mercury is very quick and she's mutable. So she's moving. She's doing various things. She's not going to stick to one thing like a fixed sign. She's going to move and shake and do various different things. So that makes sense that she would do various different things with her hands, because Gemini rules the hands. And you know what I mean. And Mercury is all about skills, organization, putting things together, learning new things and things like that. So it only makes sense that she would continue on and do multiple different instruments and not just stay fixed on one and stay fixed on one thing. She also danced, she also rapped, you know what I mean? And she put words together, you know, rapping is putting words together, and she's an air sign, so it only makes sense that, you know what I mean, she would like to, that word play. And with her being a Gemini and having that Mercury, she likes the word play, you know what I mean? It's not just the exchange, not necessarily the exchange of words. She likes to play with words, manipulate words, see how different words can come together, see it bounce ideas off people. It's in the first half of the zodiac, so you know it's about self, so it's focused on its ideas and itself. So that's why a lot of like Chilean T-Boz described her as being very stubborn and stuck in her ways, and she would argue and debate with you even if she knew she was wrong, but she would like continue to go on and just try to, like, you know what I mean, express her ideas and get her ideas across even if they weren't necessarily right. So that's why her nickname was Left Eye, because she said, I'm always right. She said, I was out my, you see what I'm saying, I was always right. So she always felt like she was right. So you know what I mean, she focused mainly on her ideas and her things. But with her being a mutable sign, we saw that for a period of time she had even like left the group and, you know, started to like do her own solo rap career, and she wanted to do that for a period of time. And then we saw that she was into, like, you know, she's a very spiritual person. She was into, like, you know, different healing and stuff like that and all of that. So she was into multiple different things, had multiple different skills and things like that. And that has to do with her being that Mercury, but also that mutability where she can go in and out of different avenues with those things. So she's not necessarily doing them all in one form and one pace at a time. So as far as that group dynamics, we know that T-Boz is the oldest and Left Eye was the youngest. So as far as that goes, that makes sense though, because you know what I mean. That Gemini, that mutable sign, always being rebellious, always going against the grain, always, you know what I mean, which makes sense. It goes along with that younger sibling, that Mercury, that fast learning, going through shit, getting into trouble, figuring stuff out, learn as you go, and T-Boz just being that, like, you know what I mean, older sister, stable, reliable, you know what I mean, fixed energy, and Chili being right in the middle with just that, you know, loving and affection, and you know what I mean, trying to keep the peace, you know what I mean, because both the youngest and the oldest are stubborn, you know what I mean. We just went through that, so that's really her vibes in the middle, where she's just like, you know what I mean, trying to keep the peace, that water, love on them, you know what I mean, make sure they're both alright, because we know that T-Boz was going through a lot of like health issues and things like that. So you know what I mean, even though you know, Left Eye was known as like the crazy one, things like that, you know what I mean? She also had a very loving side. And she, like I said, she was just the youngest. I mean, that young, rebellious energy go against the grain. You know how younger siblings are. You got a younger sibling. So that was kind of, you know, Left Eye's role. As far as T-Boz, like I said, she was kind of that big sister role. And then Chili, that middle child, just trying to keep the peace, keep them together, bring them back. And a lot of, like, even when they broke up and stuff, you know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily going to be the stubborn Taurus T-Boz to, you know what I mean, make amends and bring them back together, you know what I mean? It had to be that Pisces energy, that open energy, that no bounds, that everything is everything. Let's all be peaceful, all is one. That vibe, you know what I mean? That could keep it together, you know what I mean? Keep it all together, you know what I mean? Blend that cool and crazy energy, you know what I mean? Crazy, sexy, cool. And we saw that when things started going wrong and stuff like that. Big sis Big sis T-Boz, the one there, I mean, direct conflict. Let's go in there and let's start shooting shit up. Let's make some, you know what I mean? Let's make something happen, you know what I mean? Little sis, oh, wild, crazy young gun. You know how them wild, crazy young guns get, hey, they with it. That Gemini energy, that mutability, that motherfucker. Hey, listen. Yeah, T-Boz might have wanted to run up in there, but Left Eye came up with the plan. Trust. Left Eye came up with the plan, boy. She was putting them pieces together, boy. She like, boy, they here, there. At this time, they do this, this, and that. This the order, straight up. She was the mind of the group, you feel me? The brains of the group. She was the one who broke down to us how they could end up broke. Yeah, y'all remember that math? Go back and watch that math that Left Eye did for y'all. Gemini, Mercury, break that shit down for you. You feel me? Break it down in straight facts, straight logic, straight numbers. Piece this together. Straight up, piece this together and let me know what you come up with. Cause this what I got. Let me know if you got the same thing that I got. Yeah, but yeah, you know we can't skip over Left Eyes with shenanigans, burning up houses and whatnot. Y'all know we gotta talk about it. Well, you know I had to say something about it. But like I said, this that Gemini, this that young girl energy. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know. Immutability, go with the flow, putting pieces together. That mind is working. You know what I mean? You never know what might happen. Like I said, she has many skills. She crack a bitch in the head with a bottle. She can burn a nigga house down. Yeah, so you see, all of those things take what? The hands. Yeah, don't think it just apply to good things. I mean, this can apply to bad things too. You feel me? And you got T-Boz taking that lead role. You know what I mean? Making sure they maintain the music, make sure they stay tight. You see, even when they go on tour now, they still do the same dance moves, same. You know what I mean? Still singing, still moving, still doing what she does. You know what I mean? But she never really ventured out too much into anything else. She did acting for a little. She was in Belly for sure. And y'all know y'all watch Belly. I mean, don't forget she was in Belly for sure. I'm just saying. But she didn't do too much of anything else where we would like know her for that, you know what I mean? But she stayed focused, stayed fixed, and she still, you know what I mean, to this day, still dancing, still singing, doing her thing, you know what I mean? Still the voice of the group, straight up and down. And then, you know, we saw Chili, like I said, she had her little love show where she was trying to find love, and a lot of people criticized her because you remember she was like too idealistic, didn't want a man to have any flaws, almost just wanted the perfect man and the perfect person, and everybody was looking at her like, really? You know what I mean? But she's a Pisces, she's idealistic, she's a dreamer. Why can't a girl dream? Why are they trying to stop her from dreaming? Like, they like, listen. But I ain't mad at her, straight up. So that was another group dynamics video. We got to get into TLC. Head to the back. I gotta keep my pants down real low. Yes, sir, baby, baby, baby. Girls talk about the booty too, about the hey brother is hanging too. That's we got to get into another TLC's group dynamics. We got to discuss, you know, how the ladies interact with one another. You know, some of their own individual characteristics and personalities and quirks that make them who they were. And you know how they kind of interacted with each other, and as far as the group went. So as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you click back for some of my other group dynamics video. Check out that Jodeci, you got me feeling. Yes, sir. Check out that Jodeci group dynamics video. Let me know what you think down below. Come on with it.